Orthographic projection. An orthographic projection is a means of representing three-dimensional objects on a two-dimensional plane or surface. It shows multiple views of an object on a two-dimensional plane. It shows a true shape of a surface. It shows a true shape of a surface. So as we can see, an orthographic drawing simply means a drawing at right angle, that is, at right angle to the viewer. That means this is a drawing in which all the features or all the faces of an object will be viewed at 90 degrees to the viewer. Now, two-dimensional objects and three-dimensional objects have length and height. Both of them have length and height. But three-dimensional objects have another feature that is not present in two-dimensional objects. This feature is called the width. As we can see, angles of projection. When a cycle is divided into 4 quadrants, each quadrant represents an angle of projection respectively. That is, first quadrant represents first angle of projection, second quadrant represents second angle of projection, and so on. Also, when each quadrant is considered separately, it is going to have a vertical and horizontal planes as shown on this diagram. Now the planes of projection. We have what is called horizontal plane, vertical plane, and profile plane. Horizontal plane is the plane parallel to the floor. Any view of an object on the horizontal plane is called the plane. Then vertical plane is a plane at right angle to the horizontal plane. Any view of an object on the vertical plane is called the front elevation. Next is the profile plane. The profile plane is also a vertical plane at right angle to both the horizontal and the vertical plane. It is used to show the side or end elevation of an object. Now, any of these plane, each of these plane is very important in orthographic projection, because we are going to unfold them to reveal the true features of any object in orthographic projection. To reveal the true shape of an object in orthographic projection, the vertical and horizontal planes must be made to appear as one plane so as to be viewed at 90 degrees to the viewer. To obtain the front view and the top view, the vertical plane has to be rotated through 90 degrees anti-clockwise, or the horizontal plane in a clockwise direction, so as to make them on a single plane. Let us consider first angle of projection. That is the first quadrant. If we consider this angle of projection, an object can be placed in first angle of projection, that is, in first quadrant. Now, when we want to view the true features of each face on the same plane, we have to unfold the vertical plane and the profile plane so that they can be viewed, or they can be placed on the same surface with the horizontal plane, as we can see. And for us to do that, we have to rotate the vertical and the profile plane through 90 degrees anti-clockwise, so as to be viewed as a single plane, or to be on the same plane with the horizontal plane. For first angle of projection, after rotating the vertical plane in anti-clockwise direction or the horizontal plane in a clockwise direction, we get the vertical plane and the horizontal plane in a single plane. Vertical plane is above the reference line and the horizontal plane is below the reference line. So when we consider the second angle of projection, we can see that the vertical plane and the horizontal plane overlapped. That is why the second angle of projection is not used in orthographic projection. For third angle of projection, when we consider the third angle of projection, the horizontal plane is above the reference line and the vertical plane is below the horizontal line. Sorry, the vertical plane is below the reference line, and this is when we rotate the vertical plane in anti-clockwise direction through 90 degrees, or the horizontal plane in a clockwise direction in through 90 degrees. So all these things can be seen on the previous diagram. Now when we consider the fourth angle of projection, the vertical plane and the horizontal plane overlapped. They overlapped under or below the reference line. Now this is a reason why the second angle of projection and the fourth angle of projection are not used in orthographic projection because of this overlapping of the planes. So we cannot view each of the view of our object on a separate plane.